COVID-19 has reached pandemic status.
Our parents decided it is officially time to self-quarantine.
Being self-quarantined is more difficult than we originally thought. Nobody comes in and nobody goes out, and we never get to see our friends anymore. In this video, we're going to show you what it's really like to be self-quarantined.
What a difference a few days can make. Now that COVID-19 has been declared a national emergency and has pandemic status, we as a family chose to self-quarantine ourselves. Before doing that, we carefully evaluated the risk. As you can see down in the lower right-hand corner, the number of cases in China is leveling off somewhat, but you can see the yellow line, which is other locations, has gone into an exponential mode. One of the things that we considered in this evaluation is the fact that one of our family members has an autoimmune disease, which makes her more susceptible to disease, and the consequences are more severe. You don't have to look far to see that a lot of people are in panic mode. And we had our own little bit of panic as we talked to our kids about this. How do you feel about being quarantined?
It's heckin' crap. It's an adventure. Just kidding. I don't.
it'll be
It's
fun.
fine. It's totally fine.
On the day that COVID-19 became a pandemic, Kylene thought it would be good to go out and get some pictures of stores and what is happening there. Looking back, we're not sure that that was the best idea, but it was very insightful. Do you see this as an opportunity to practice for even something more severe?
Yeah. Good practice. We will be prepared. Most definitely. Lots of Disney Plus.
Are we
Disney.
learning some important things?
Yeah.
Probably.
Who knows?
How long do you think we could make it?
Forever and ever and ever. I actually have no
Long
idea.
time.
We'll see.
Probably 75 and a half years plus 3 days.
Are you
Okay.
talking about socially or physically? Socially is going to be a lot shorter than the physical one. True.
This was Costco after the pandemic announcement. Now we have an interesting story related to this. One of our neighbors saw Kylene at Costco, and prior to that time she had decided it wasn't time to panic, but when she saw Kylene there, she got panicked. So we got this story secondhand. It was very interesting to hear how this played out. I heard from another person that this same Costco, the line was clear to the back of the store to try and get out the registers, and everybody's carts are just overloaded with all kinds of food and whatever they could find. So the news has gone kind of crazy.
Oh, yes.
Are you worried about all this?
I kind of was, but there are some people, like on Instagram and stuff, there's all the crazy stuff, and then there's the people trying to be logical and reasonable. And I think since we're stuck at home with no connection to the outside world, we're fine.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is the panic that's happening everywhere. That's the biggest problem.
Me too.
Chill it down, peeps. Chill it down.
The day after the pandemic announcement, we got notifications from 2 different stores stating that their online pickup service were being discontinued because they were too overwhelmed to accomplish that. The key to staying safe in this environment is social distancing.
This is how you practice social distancing. Bye. Ta-da!
I'm sure you've all heard a lot about social distancing. This can take the form of self-isolation, but that's not always possible for everyone. The world has to go on, and certain essential services still have to happen. So not everyone can stay home, but there are steps that you can take so that you keep yourself safe. These common sense precautions include avoiding people and anywhere where people have been, avoiding fast food in restaurants. Make sure that you wash your hands frequently, and make sure you wash them for 20 seconds or more. Don't touch your face. Sanitize frequently touched surfaces. Make sure that you use masks, goggles, and gloves when it makes sense. And check in on your loved ones and neighbors by phone. Together we can get through this. We don't think this is the end of the world, and we don't think that there should be pity parties. As you can see, our kids have had their share of little pity parties. So why are you being quarantined?
Because my parents hate me. Just kidding. My parents love me, and they want me to be safe.
Because we don't want to get anyone else sick.
Exactly.
What do your friends think about all this?
They think we're
weird.
Well, I think they think we're smart. Some of them.
I think they think we're overreacting.
Are any of your friends self-isolating?
There's one. Yeah.
None of my friends.
In Washington.
How long have they been self-isolating?
It's been over a week now. I think today's either day 8 or day 9. Good with them.
Do Do you think this is going to be a little too much family togetherness?
Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
But that's okay. We'll live. It'll be fine.
No.
Maybe.
It's all about the attitude. This is our friend Randy, and he figured if I can't be out interacting with people, I'll get ready to do my garden. So he's here going through his garden seeds, getting ready to plant. Ben is having a grand adventure with his friends playing on Minecraft. He's still having social interaction, but is able to do it from home. This is our son and his wife and their family. They have also chosen to self-isolate, but they make sure that they get out and get the kids some exercise and fresh air and sunshine. They have a church parking lot right near them that allows them a lot of open space for the kids to run and play and ride their bikes. They are also spending their time doing homework, drawing pictures, and just otherwise having family time.
Now, our original plan was that as soon as we decided to self-quarantine, my mother-in-law Emily was going to come and live with us. The plan did not work out quite like we thought it would because, as you can hear, I'm sick and it would not be a good idea for Emily to join us right now. We have had to implement Plan B, and we are going to self-isolate separately until I'm well, and it appears that it would be safe for us to be together.
It's time to plant our garden, so that is one of the activities we will be doing as a family. All the school, church, and other activities have been canceled, so they'll have lots of time to help out with this. As part of all this, we're going to grow a big garden, and you all get to help.
Yay!
Excited about that?
Well, okay. I'm okay with working in the garden for a little bit, but for like hours and hours on end, I am not. But I'll do a little.
We're not sure what kind of economic impact there will be as a result of the pandemic, but it's always a good time to plant a garden, and it may help out with the grocery bill, and it will definitely provide good, healthy produce for our family. So if your family wasn't prepared, would you be feeling different about things right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, yep, yep.
Tell me a little bit more about that.
That would
That'd be
just not
so
be pretty.
scary.
You'd have
It's
to
like,
go to the store and
We'd have
buy
to go places.
all the toilet paper that isn't there.
And the water bottles, yeah. The struggle. I'm glad we're prepared. Thanks, Mom
too.
and Dad. Thank you.
Your best defense is to avoid people. As antisocial as that may sound, that is the key to keeping a lid on this pandemic. To learn more about preparing for a pandemic, we encourage you to Google the Provident Prepper, Prepare Now to Survive a Pandemic. And although you should have already done most of these things, there's a lot that you can learn and still some things that maybe you can do to help get through this. Also, check out our YouTube channel, Prepare for a Pandemic and COVID-19 Elderly Caution. Check them out.
Not everyone has the ability to isolate themselves from society, but do the best that you can under your circumstances. Wash your hands and stay safe.
and now for the question of the day. What are you doing to practice social distancing? 2 alternate greetings include jazz hands and bowing. Comment below. And thanks for being part of the solution.
Do you have any final words of wisdom for our followers?
Yeah, you can do it. We love you. Take care of your neighbors. Stay safe. We got this.
We can do it.
Oh, yeah.
It'll pass soon, hopefully.